do it, I'm going to do it. So that really was, if you're going to jump head first into it. And, yeah, I made the decision. That's really about it. And it wasn't hard to make the decision, too. Every time I watch those videos of the orphanage, it always makes me realize, like, what I'm doing.
So tell us about, it's August?
August 20th. It starts at 7 p.m. and then ends at 1 a.m.
1 a.m. And so the lineup?
Okay, so we have Jordan Alexander-ish, DJ Samantha, Alicia Brilla, Julie Black. Oh my God, Broken Sons. Melissa Bell, there's
Angelique Francis. I have the list on the computer.
Sarah Felker,
Lazy Bones.
Lazy Bones.
Craig Strickland.
Yep.
Melissa Bell.
Yep.
Did you say that one? And DJ Samantha.
Yep. And DJ, she's closing the night.
She's closing the night?
Yeah, DJ Samantha is a good friend of mine, and she's also our client. She's based in the UK. She's like a child of the world. But she's mainly based in the UK, and she plays some great upbeat beats. So, yeah, so I'm looking forward to having her.
So when you had all these people saying, I'm in, was that kind of like a sign that you were on the right track? That the universe was aligning for you? I know that sounds corny, but...
Yeah, no, it does. And, like, when you send an email to people saying, would you like to get involved with the committee? And, like, 20 people come back to you and are like, yeah, no problem. They're like, okay, I love you guys. And then when you talk to artists, and then when your venue is amazing, to you as well, too, and you're like, what do you need? And friends for staging, and just, yeah, when you realize, like, we're so lucky, to have a community here that's really supportive to each other. It doesn't always happen in some communities, but I'm lucky to have some people that really care and, like, also have a big heart, so.
So now it is in Toronto, right? So tell us how people get tickets, how they attend, when, where, the whole details.
Yeah, they can donate because we have a crowdfunding campaign as well too. They can buy tickets and donate there, and it's in Greedy Giver. But if they go to meetmeinafrica.ca, that's where everything is, and they can listen to our mission, watch our videos, the whole 9 yards there.
Are you going to video some of the concert?
Oh, for sure.
So that people maybe who contributed but couldn't go.
Yeah, for sure. Steve Hanging is like one of the most amazing photographers. And videographers as well, too. So he's doing all of that for us.
So, I mean, ultimately, anybody can make a difference. In your case, you're making a big difference.
Yeah. But you know what? There's some charities that do bigger things than I'm doing. So, to me, it's a small project, but it's big for the orphanage. Because, I wish I was throwing Wee Day. That would be amazing.
But, they started somewhere.
That's true. It's
way
true.
back when. They started somewhere.
Yeah,
they didn't start with 30,000 people.
That's like my favorite photo that I've been posting lately is the Beatles in 1955 playing at a wedding reception in someone's front living room. It's like everybody started somewhere.
Yeah,
right?
That's amazing, though.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Can you imagine being at that wedding reception?
No. Well, then you would have thought, who the heck are these kids?
Yeah.
It was before they'd done anything. That's what they were doing. I love that picture.
So what about next year, Chrissy?
So next year...
Because I can tell we've gone from one visit to now year 2 a concert with... Yeah. Julie Black, and so next year, who do we have? Do we have Beyonce?
Yeah, that would be amazing. Next year, I might do something. There's an amazing not-for-profit too that I know of that works with different artisans. It's called No Limit Foundation. Amara Kamara is a former model in New York, so I think Amara and I might connect and do some fashion stuff together. Love her. She's a great friend, and I love what she's doing in Ghana. And we both kind of have the same mission to help. So I think I might do something on the fashion side. But what I really want to do is raise laptops for these kids. They have 2 of them. It's not like they have internet connection, but just having those soft skills of understanding, how to type and programs. They have those abilities. So that's the next thing is, maybe talking to one laptop per child or some amazing other, companies that will donate laptops so that I can go down and start making maybe an open facility for people to come in and use computers.
I'm thinking Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation might be somewhere to go for that. I mean, that seems right up there. Alley.
Yeah, and there's tons of like amazing, people have laptops here, and when they're done with them and they're refurbished, that's kind of what we need. We don't need all brand new Macs.
Well, now that you're on board, would Mama Jane expand to maybe 40 kids? 50 kids?
Well, yeah, if we have the room. There's only so much room.
Yeah, well, I know, but
we gotta start building buildings now.
I know, but you've got a new Swahili Home Depot equivalent
Exactly.
that sells stuff at 50 cents and delivers instantly.
I know.
So you know what? You're the one.
Yeah, it's amazing. Yeah,
You're going to be the contracting queen there in Tanzania.
And you know that it's honestly like I was shocked when that was delivered so fast. Like I couldn't believe it. Like I've never seen anything like supplies like in major loads too just come in and be dropped off in like an
Service
hour.
at its finest.
Yeah, exactly. And local. Like it's just amazing. And you know that they're happy to support too. Like when a contractor shows up an hour when you've like said like, hey, let's just get a quote and how much it's going to cost so we know how much we're dealing with here. And they show up an hour later, you're just like, geez, like no one does that. They're like, usually I'll see you next Tuesday, right?
So what happens, how many children have got to 18 there and moved on?
There's some that are still 18. So the next step, Mama Jane has this other area of land that she wants to develop. So this beautiful family concept that she's building right now, and compound per se in a positive way. She's taking these kids, and then when they grow to be a certain age and they get married, she has a land for them on another side where they can build their own houses and have a place where they can develop and start to build a thatch house, because they all have to learn how to do that at a really young age. It's a survival technique. Mm-hmm. And so she has that area, so that's where they'll be moving to. The orphanage will stay there, and then they'll go to the other land. And she took us there as well too, and it's heartbreaking too, but you're so happy for them because even though no one's going to help, say, outside, she still has a plan, and she's like a woman that's sticking to it. And you don't always see when someone's like, this is what I'm doing, this is my mission in life. That's why I like to call her like Oprah of Tanzania. Yeah.
Yeah, so they don't hit 18 and get thrown out the door.
No. She stays with them. They're like, she calls them her kids because she doesn't have any children of her own. She can't. So these are her kids, and she's like, it's not. No, they'll leave the orphanage because she'll bring in others, mm-hmm. right? But then from there, they'll already be learning how to build thatch houses, or hopefully during that time, they get married really, really young, right? So then they'll be able to do their own house or work with the family and do other things to bring in income. Yeah. So it's pretty self-sustaining. Their garden is really big, and the products that they're making and selling in the market, is amazing. So this woman amazingly self-sustaining. So yeah, I'm proud of her.
I'm sure she's pretty proud of you too.
Yeah. She's like, we're family now.
Yeah. Another daughter.
Yeah, exactly.
When are you going back there?
November to December. Yeah, I'll be there for about 2 weeks. So I'll be going back to see what the money that we raise. Elaine is wonderful from that's worked with us at the NGO I was speaking about before. She's kind of helping me allocate because remember, I'm not an NGO. I'm one person that's looking, I'm learning and expanding and I enjoy it too. So she's helping me and guiding me through about, when I'm traveling and where I should deposit the funds and how to go about doing it so that it's appropriate as well too. And also legal. Like I don't want to get in trouble.
No.
Yeah.
Well, but to quote a famous woman, never doubt that one person can make a difference, because that's how it all starts. That's usually the only way it happens, right?
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I agree. And there's so many people that say that they're like, oh, one person can't make a difference. I'm like, who started that negative saying? Mm-hmm. I'm like, why can't you just veer on the positive end and be like, yeah, because if everybody thought, I can do something little, we'd all have a change. And I know it's so cliche, but it's true. If everybody thought, I'm going to go work in the food bank or I'm going to go do this, it still makes more of a change than not doing anything at all. So,
yeah. Well, we are so happy that you could join us today, Chrissy Newton, and we're so glad we could help spread the word about Mama Jane's Orphanage, about Meet Me in Africa. We wish you the best day, the best weekend, the best year coming up, and the best concert ever. The website for donations again is
meetmeinafrica.ca.
Thank you so much. And coming up next, Marcy Siegel weighs in on the legal issues of the day, courtesy advocatedaily.com, our resource for all things legal. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Awesome. Thanks,
you are
ladies.
Awesome.
Oh,
you are
thank
awesome.
you.
I just feel so good now today.